On behalf of our family, we want to thank all of you for the prayers for our beloved mom, Nancy. We feel them, and we continue to believe that she feels them too. Our mom is a kind, faithful, loyal, fiercely loving woman of goodness and light. She's funny, spunky, and clever. She has grandchildren that adore her and crowd around her and cover her with kisses. She loves fun and adventure. She is a devoted friend. She is full of kindness and knowledge. Talk to her and you'll see.
The light is missing from our lives. Nancy is our mother. We are her children. She is our beacon. She holds fast to joy in all of life's circumstances. She chooses joy day after day, despite having already passed through great trials of pain and grief. We are always going to be merely human, just normal human people who need our mom. Mama, if you're listening, we need you to come home. We miss you.
Our mom is our heart and our home. She is 84 years old. Her health, her heart is fragile. She lives in constant pain. She is without any medicine. She needs it to survive. She needs it not to suffer. We too have heard the reports about a ransom letter in the media. As a family, we are doing everything that we can. We are ready to talk. However, we live in a world where voices and images are easily manipulated. We need to know, without a doubt, that she is alive and that you have her. We want to hear from you, and we are ready to listen. Please reach out to us. Mommy, if you are hearing this, you are a strong woman. You are God's precious daughter, Nancy. We believe and know that even in this valley, He is with you. Everyone is looking for you, Mommy, everywhere. We will not rest. Your children will not rest until we are together again. We speak to you every moment, and we pray without ceasing, and we rejoice in advance for the day that we hold you in our arms again. We love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. Stay strong.
We love you, Mom. We love you.
Nancy Guthrie, a mother, a grandmother, a woman who laughed too loud at dinner tables and remembered every birthday without a reminder. And right now, somewhere in this country, someone who knows exactly what happened to her is still walking free, still sleeping, still breathing. That ends tonight. Because what the FBI has just uncovered doesn't just crack this case open, it tears the entire floor out from under the person who thought they had gotten away clean. No blood, no problem. Because in the dark, wet earth near the suspected crime scene, federal forensic teams found something the killer never expected to leave behind. Something silent, something permanent, a footprint. And that single hollow depression in the dirt Maybe the most terrifying piece of evidence in this entire investigation. Here's what they did with it. Agents didn't photograph it and move on. They didn't rope it off and forget it. They treated that impression in the soil like a confession carved into the ground. They poured liquid dental stone, a forensic casting material so precise it captures the ghost of every microscopic scratch, directly into the earth. They watched it bleed into every groove, every edge, every secret the killer's shoe had been carrying for years. When it hardened, they pulled it free. A three-dimensional death mask, a plaster monument to a single, fatal mistake. That cast isn't just a shoe print, it's a biography. The tread pattern alone can be run against global databases to identify the exact make, model, and size of the shoe. But deeper than that, far more chilling than that, are the wear patterns. The way the heel scuffs slightly to the left, the way the ball of the foot presses harder than the arch. Those patterns are as unique as a fingerprint. They are the physical signature of a person's entire life in motion. And the pressure depth? That tells investigators whether the suspect was walking slowly, deliberately, or running, whether they were carrying something heavy, whether they stopped, whether they hesitated. Somewhere out there, a person with a matching shoe is living on borrowed time. But the footprint is only the beginning, because while forensic teams were on their knees in the dirt, federal agents were already 1,200 miles away, kicking open a different door entirely. They descended on the El Charro Cafe in Arizona. Not randomly, not on a hunch, but because of something that surfaced in the data. Months before Nancy Guthrie disappeared, a camera crew filmed Savannah Guthrie and her family inside that restaurant, laughing, eating, living, with no idea they were being watched. When the FBI returns to interrogate the same witnesses a second time, sometimes months after the first round, it means only one thing. Something new has crawled out of the dark. A new piece of information too dangerous to ignore. And what that information points to is devastating. Buried inside the digital trail of this case, investigators flagged a search history that changed the entire landscape of the investigation overnight. Someone, a specific someone, connected to a specific device, had been searching the internet for Savannah Guthrie's exact salary, for Nancy Guthrie's precise home address, not casually, not once, obsessively, repeatedly, with the quiet, surgical focus of someone who was planning rather than curious. Let that land for a moment. This was not a crime of opportunity. Nancy Guthrie was not in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was hunted, targeted, chosen, not for who she was as a person, but for the name she carried, for the blood she shared with someone famous, for what that famous name might be worth to a mind sick enough to turn family into leverage. This is the moment the case transforms. It stops being a missing persons investigation and becomes something far darker. A premeditated act of predation against a family in the public eye, which means the predator was watching long before anyone knew to look back. They studied routines, they mapped proximity, they knew details that only come from obsession. The kind of obsession that doesn't announce itself, that wears a normal face, that smiles at the right moments and says nothing wrong until suddenly everything is very, very wrong. This is why agents are re-interviewing everyone in the orbit of this family. Not because they've run out of leads, because monsters almost always reveal themselves in retrospect. In the offhand comment that felt strange at the time. In the lingering stare that lasted 1 second too long. In the question that had no reason to be asked. Someone remembers something. The FBI knows it. And now they're collecting those memories like evidence. Meanwhile, the investigation has moved into territory that feels less like a police procedural and more like science fiction. Forensic analysts are attempting to extract biometric data, specifically the geometric structure of a human eye, from surveillance footage captured on a neighbor's porch camera. The video is grainy, distorted, shot in low light at an angle that was never meant to capture anything important. But even fractured footage yields data. Even imperfect images carry mathematical truth. The curvature of an iris, the spacing between features, a partial biometric profile that can eliminate hundreds of suspects and sharpen the focus on one. The killer walked into frame for 2 seconds. They didn't know the camera was there. Now that camera is hunting them back. And then comes the detail that has sent shockwaves through every law enforcement channel in the country. An APB has gone out. Urgent. Nationwide. And the target isn't a person. It's a tattoo. Specifically, a full-sleeve tattoo that someone, somewhere, is currently in the process of having removed. Laser session after laser session. Expensive, agonizing, desperate. Because ink, unlike almost everything else about a person, doesn't lie. It doesn't change with a haircut or a new address. A full sleeve is a landscape. Colors, patterns, symbols that investigators can cross-reference against every photograph, every witness description, every frame of footage in this case. And the timing of that removal, in the weeks following Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, that isn't coincidence. That is panic wearing a human face. That is someone burning away the only thing left that connects them to this nightmare, and burning it as fast as they possibly can. Think about what the FBI is holding right now. A plaster footprint that maps a killer's walk, a flagged search history that proves premeditation, 2 days of witness interrogations at a cafe in Arizona, a biometric eye scan extracted from shadow footage, and an APB chasing someone who is literally trying to erase themselves. The silence you've been hearing from this investigation, that is not absence. That is compression, the kind of pressure that builds quietly, invisibly, right until the moment it doesn't. Nancy Guthrie is not a headline. She is not a case number or a viral story or a 30-second segment between commercials. She is a woman with a family that has been gutted, a family that wakes up every single morning into the same unanswerable question, a family that deserves the truth, not eventually, not someday, not when it's convenient. Now, the monster who did this left footprints, left searches, left ink on their skin and a shadow on a camera. The net is closing, and it is closing fast. And when it finally snaps shut, and it will, the world is going to witness exactly what happens when you underestimate the people who loved Nancy Guthrie. We are not done. We will never be done. Not until she comes home.